Okay, recording.
Okay. Nobody talk.
Yeah, because it's too awkward.
All
right.
Yeah. This is our first attempt at this fucking podcast stuff.
Podcast yet to be
And
named. I think that's.
yeah.
I like that. Yet to be named podcast.
Yet to be named. Yeah.
I kind of liked the hard part or the hardest part when that was suggested.
The hardest part.
Because finding a name is always the hardest part. That was
is.
the idea behind that one.
Or we can just make our name like a sound, like the sound of a cracking open beer, like you just did. Our name is.
But you can't like write that in the text.
Dude,
Like
if
somebody's trying to search our podcast.
If Prince was allowed to change his name to a symbol, I don't see why we can't make our podcast name a sound.
That's true.
But we're not on his level, so.
Remember that one emblem that Bam Margera made? It was called like a heartogram. You guys seen that?
No.
Bam Margera, man.
I know who he is, but.
Yeah, same, but.
It was like what's those things? Those fucking devil worshiper gram thingies?
Oh, is the one that looked like an M?
I think. I don't know. Well, it's a fucking gram thing. I don't know what they call it. And it has like a heart on the top of it. And then like, I don't know. It's like a mixture of devilish stuff.
Yeah, and I always thought it was an M for like Margera.
Oh,
the top part. But yeah, now it makes sense that it was a heart.
Yeah, it was a heart on the top for sure.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just recently been watching a lot of like I don't know if you guys remember Bam Margera's like Unholy Union.
Oh yeah.
Or,
is that where he's like getting married?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got married.
I think I might have seen an episode.
Yeah, and the other one was like
Viva la Bam.
Viva la Bam.
That was my shit.
I might have seen a couple episodes.
You guys remember the intro? He's like, Bam Margera, what's he gonna do next? And he goes, whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, like a badass, and he just jumps down off a big skyscraper deal. Like, oh, okay, Bam Margera.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he was really fucked up by Ryan Dunn passing away, though. That really was nuts.
It put him in a downward spiral in a dark, dark, dark hole. But actually, recently he's fucking been skateboarding. Like he just recently, I think he went to Spain for a long time, or he went somewhere, Estonia or some bullshit like that, and lost a bunch of fucking weight and is trying so hard to quit alcohol. And now he's back on the board, dude. He's doing some mad tricks and everything. I want to see him on TV again, that's for sure.
Nice. That's good for him.
I didn't even know skateboarding was still a thing.
Yeah.
It's gone back to like underground.
I feel like it's like, unless you're a teenager, you do not hear anything about skateboarding. Unless you wake up like at 6 a.m, like on a Saturday and watch the X Games that are on like in the summertime.
Bob Burnquist just retired though.
Is that the guy that was a biker at first? And then transitioned?
He might have been.
Burnquist? Yeah, he was a biker. He was a BMX rider.
Yeah, and then he transitioned.
Wait, was he?
I think so.
Shit, now
I can't remember. I just know he's Brazilian.
I feel like he was... You're going to look it up?
He was a beast. Yeah. They had I don't watch the X Games or anything too much anymore, but I think they had a theme, or I don't know if it's a reoccurring deal, where they'll have like the old school skaters take on like new school or something like that. Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Yeah. I recently just saw like an Instagram post of like Tony Hawk still skating, and he's like 50 years old.
Oh yeah,
with his kid.
That guy's like he's a skater for life. Like
he's a kid for life. I don't see him doing an adult job.
No, he doesn't need to work anymore, dude.
He's an entrepreneur though. He owned a restaurant. I don't know.
Doesn't he have like apps and stuff like that?
Yeah, he's really smart with his money apparently. I remember he like owned a restaurant and he was fancy with it, and then like he was on Hot Ones, which was pretty badass. He did like a live Hot Ones deal. That kind of killed Hot Ones a little bit for me, because I realized that most of those guys take one bite of the wing and then just toss it.
You
know instead of like clean that bad boy up, you know.
You know who was the worst? That DJ Khaled. He got into like 2 wings.
I still haven't seen it.
That was like the most horriblest one.
Why did he pussy out?
He pussied out after the Tapatio, which was the first one, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, Tapatio, no big deal."
That's not.
And he takes a bite. He's like, "Oh man, this is spicy. Why is mine spicier than yours?"
What?
And the host, I can't think of his name right now. He was like, "Oh, here we'll switch. You know, if you feel better about it." And then he basically was blaming the crew the whole time that he couldn't handle the sauce. So he like gave up after the second one, and he was just talking. It's like, "You got played. I don't get played. You get played."
It was very positive of him to blame other people.
But himself. He couldn't say, "Oh, I can't handle it."
Yeah. No, I always wanted to do a Hot Ones kind of style show. I was always wondered why something like that didn't exist before, because I always thought that was a cool idea. And it took so long. And I haven't listened to that. There's an alcohol deal kind of like that. I don't know who does it, but I heard it's pretty entertaining. where they just kind of drink and they interview like hip hop artists. Who the fuck does it? I can't think.
Is
of
it the Drink Champs?
It might be that.
The one with Noriega.
Yeah.
And the other guy. Yeah, that's Drink.
I think
that's the Drink Champs. I've been wanting to watch that, but I haven't really got into it yet.
Aren't they kind of long?
Yeah, I think so. But they're really popular. I think they're on like a syndicated website or something like that. They're on like Revolt.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like they're getting like money now.
Yeah, that Hennessy ain't gonna by itself, man. Have to make some cash.
Being Noriega, you'd probably get it for free though. Walk in, let me get that Hennessy.
And just because he's got there, just take a selfie with him and he gets free booze.
I wonder what it takes to get on that level. Just to walk in and get like a free Popeye wing. A biscuit. I'll settle for a biscuit.
Every time I've gone there, they've forgotten something of mine. And it's usually my side, which is the beans.
You guys talking about food?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
Popeyes.
Have you went yet?
Popeyes, I've had it before.
Here in town, though?
No, I haven't had it here. I had it when I went to Boston to watch that.
Oh, Boston.
Yeah,
Shrimp.
when I was over there.
I got it.
You had it.
You know, when you guys were here and I was over there.
You had to travel across the country to get some fucking Popeyes.
Look, dude.
When there's some like 100 miles away.
It's closer to Louisiana. So
to be honest, man, I went over to Boston. Didn't have that much money. I was going to the Seahawks game. Spent a lot of money the first night I was there. You know, lots of alcohol. Partied all night long. Me and Ryan were out there.
Thanks for the invite.
And you know what, man? I fucking ran out of money, so we had to eat cheap. We had to eat some cheap shit, and right around the corner from our motel or whatever, whatever the hell you call it, was a Popeyes, and I had the surf and turf. That was the first time I ever tried it.
Nice.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're a fucking chicken loving motherfucker, you're really gonna love it. But I don't know. It was good. I mean, I hate KFC. I don't like KFC.
Oh, God.
I just don't like fried chicken.
Oh, I don't like fried chicken either. But I'll eat a Popeyes.
You guys are fucking evil, man.
I'm the biscuit and the mashed potato kind of guy.
I like chicken strips. I like.
Oh, dude, are you
I like
kidding?
chicken nuggets, man.
Yep.
They have great chicken strips there. I like them.
Yeah.
The
I like
really
me some
crispy.
wings, which we should get later on. You know, Buffalo Wild Wings if you guys are down.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Of course. We got to do the blazing challenge live on the cast.
Here's a fun fact, guys.
Nice.
So banging your head against the wall burns 150 calories an hour. Did you guys know that?
Which head?
Yeah, that was my next question. I was like,
well, it's up to you. You get to decide. I mean, yeah.
What if I did like both heads at the same time?
that'd be pretty interesting. I'd pay to see that.
It's like it's not that big to go with both.
Yeah, I felt like banging my head against the wall earlier today. So I took my Jeep into the mechanics, right? And I needed to get some work done on it that I didn't want to bother with. And I always work on my Jeep myself. I'm always working on it myself. I'm always fixing it. Every time it goes down, I work on myself. So the first time I take it to a mechanic to do something I don't want to do, they keep my car all day long. They say it's a 2-hour job. Okay, they keep it all day long, no call, nothing. So I show up. They're like, "Oh, I haven't been here, blah blah." I was like, "Well, be done by 6." Yeah, sure. Go home. Get a call at 6:30. I couldn't do it. I quit on the job. So you gotta be kidding me, man. You're quitting on the job that was supposed to be that easy for you to do. You know, I'm paying you to do this shit. And he calls me up. He's like, "This is only the second time I've ever had to do this, but I can't get this part out, blah blah," and I just can't do it. I was like, wow. I was so pissed off, man. Like I said, I probably lost about 150 calories.
Was the car still parked in the same spot you left? You dropped it off in?
It was I drove by like twice and it didn't move for like 5 hours. And then when they finally pulled it in, they acted like they were working on it forever. I don't know, man. Mechanics, I never take it to them. I just should have known better and just kept it myself to get the job done. And I know I would have done it right. But anyways, that is neither here nor there anymore. Fucking that's off the topic now.
Just take it to a Mexican guy.
It was a Mexican guy.
The
place is called.
Don't go to a freaking mechanic shop.
It wasn't a mechanic shop.
You go to a house.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
You go to a house in the ghetto. No offense, because I lived in the ghetto, and there was 3 mechanics in the same block that I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
One was like engine. The other one was like freaking like tires
parts.
and it's all about the tires and whatnot. The other one, he just did like upholstery and stuff like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, you take them each a case of beer,
and then you're good to go, right?
And you're good to go.
That's your
They'll put some tape or something like that. they won't completely fix it, but it'll get the job done where you could get it running.
They'll break out the duct tape. Yeah. Well, I mean, I took it to a place that I was like pretty comfortable with because I bought a couple tires from them too that same time. Got the alignment done too. Paid them a bunch of, I was paying them money to do it. Place is called Sinaloa. Okay.
What?
This place is called Sinaloa, man.
Is that the place near me?
It's right across the street from Manny's Market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they couldn't do it. They fucked me over. I was like, dude, I need a refund or something. I need at least half of what I paid you for my alignment to be done or something.
And bonus for not having a vehicle for a while.
Yeah, I told him. I made it very clear, like, this is my only vehicle. I need it to get around, and I need it, and I can give it to you when you can work on it. And they didn't fucking work on it until the end of the day. And I was like, already by that point, I was just fucking like, fuck it, just keep it till the next day. And he calls me. He's like, I can't get the job done. So I was like, wow.
You know what I'd do if I was a mechanic and you left me your car? I'd like Ferris Bueller it and just like take your car out for the town.
Ferris Bueller, dude. But oh man, Ferris Bueller had that nice. What was it, a Corvette?
It was a fancy ride. If you get a fancy ride,
yeah.
Someone comes in with a Tesla. You had to take it for a ride.
Dude, those Teslas, man, they probably won't even let you drive it. They're so fucking smart. They probably have facial recognition in them and shit. Like, you're not
Goddamn
fucking...
Elon Musk.
You're not David Dobrik. You shouldn't be in this goddamn
true.
car.
All right, well, we'll use different, like, a Mercedes-Benz.
I know, but I'm just saying the Teslas are fucking...
They're badass. I saw one in a mall.
They're
had
very
one in
advanced,
a freaking
man.
mall.
Those
I have
are
not
nice.
seen a Tesla. Are they really that legit?
They drive themselves, man.
If they're in a mall, they're that legit.
They drive themselves to the mall?
They drive themselves. You give it directions and it drives
Hey,
it.
man,
Well, technically, Mercedes does that too, but it's, like, not legal.
Honestly, that sounds like a relationship changer. Like, if your chick doesn't want to... Like, if she wants to go to the mall, but you don't want to take her there, you just have the car fucking driver there. And, like, problem solved. That's a total dude car, man.
I feel like Uber can just suffice for that.
You can't trust it because then the guy will try banging her.
Yeah.
But then she might get a discount and you'll save some money and you get a burrito on the way home. So.
Ooh.
Or that $1 McChicken.
I had a burrito the other day. It was not great.
I had a breakfast burrito.
There was a breakfast burrito place that I go to whenever I go to work in Oregon. And they make... Oh, yeah, I told you about it. Yeah. There's the lady there. They make it fresh. They make it in front of you. So it's not like they have a stack of them and they give you one. They make it in front of you. The first day I had this other... There's two ladies that usually work there. The first day I had one of them. She made it good, and I was like, oh, this is great. Then earlier this week I stopped by there again, and I got the other lady to make me a burrito. And on my way to, like, the job site, I almost wanted to turn around and, like, just get another one. Because it's like the second lady made a breakfast burrito, and she made it perfect. Like, every bite had bacon and stuff. Like, I can tell that this lady gets down with breakfast burrito. Like, she knows how to make them because she probably really enjoys them. And she was an older lady, but, I'd put it in for a burrito. Like, it was that good.
You'd put it in the burrito?
Both.
Mean, sounds pretty good.
I'd use a burrito as a condom.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And it'd be really crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that good.
It would be a mess. I'm guaranteed that'd be a mess.
I gotta say, the one burrito I missed for breakfast is a McSkillet burrito.
That was a good burrito.
What's a McSkillet burrito?
You don't know? It's from McDonald's, obviously, the Mick. When I used to work there, they had it was like a big ass burrito. It had a potato, sausage, or bacon. They had some Roja sauce,
I probably
cheese,
had that.
potatoes,
Yeah.
egg. Oh my God.
Yeah, and we'd make it.
I think I did have that.
Yeah, it was big, and like the way they would prep it was they would take the sausage biscuit, they cut it, they put some of this Mesquila stuff, the cheese, and it actually tasted pretty damn good. The bad part, I guess, would be that when we made it, we had to microwave it. Not that was that big of a deal.
It was already pre-put together.
Yeah, like the potato stuff was microwave. But
so you worked at McDonald's.
Yeah, 6 whole years.
You know what I just realized, guys. My name is David. we got who is this guy over here, right? We didn't introduce ourselves at all.
Pointing to me is Lalo.
Lalo over here, and we got another David as well.
David. We got 2 Davids.
We go with a different alias.
Well, we can call David Davito.
That's true.
Or Milkman.
Yep.
Either.
Milky Boy.
We can call him Milk Dick.
Mm.
I mean, Davito works. I don't care. You can call me just David, or you can call me a DJ. I don't care. I don't know. It doesn't really roll off the tongue that well.
Maybe John. Aren't you a John? Is that your middle name?
Yeah, my middle name's John. Or Juan. Which Juan? I don't know which Juan.
Didn't.
We can have Lalo's. Lalo's technically a abbreviated name.
That's true.
You weren't legally born
No,
Lalo.
I was not legally born Lalo.
Okay.
Don't ask me to say my real name.
Oh, please, just say your real name. Just do it for all the millions out there listening for it. Come on.
And then
All right, let me see if I'm saying it right because I haven't said it in a long time. Abelardo.
Abelardo.
I could have easily went with Abel or something like that. I'm willing and able.
Damn. Okay, I want to say that more often though, like Abelardo.
Yeah, see, you can't even say it.
Abelardo.
Yeah, so you gotta like roll off your tongue.
Abelardo.
mm-hmm.
Abba.
ABBA.
I'm sorry,
Like
Abba.
the band.
Abba. There we go. Bum. We need sound effects. You know what I'm saying?
See, I thought about that, and like radio DJs sometimes annoy me with their sound effects. So it's just kind of like,
I hate the cowbell. There's one DJ that Big E or whatever. Is that his name? From it's Big Boy. Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
He always has a cowbell. I think that's like
Oh
annoying.
yeah.
like in
Right.
studio.
Yeah.
It represents the South. that's.
But I think he's
their-
from New York though.
Oh, okay. I just heard Big Boy, and I figured it was the one from Atlanta,
Sounds like yeah.
Outcast. So
No, not that Big Boy. He's an older head.
is he the one that used to be on BET?
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of Big Tigger or something like that.
Big Tiger.
Yeah, there you go.
Big what?
Now he's like older Tiger. So
He's like on a cane tiger.
dying. Anyway, we're breaking out the Bush beer today.
Yes, the Bush beer.
It's been such a long time since I drank that this beer is kind of like refreshing because I haven't had a beer like in a couple weeks. So.
Oh fuck, dude! I don't know. I could have gotten better beer. Like I could have gotten something a little bit more like other than Bush, but for some reason I just kind of had this craving for Bush today, and I don't know why, but I'm enjoying it. So I've had one so far, and we're gonna see how many I can get through by the end of this podcast. Let's see what happens here, buddies. Let's go. I think maybe next time I'll probably pick up something like a nice IPA or something.
Ooh.
You know.
Nice and fancy.
Something nice.
Nice and
Ooh,
hoppy.
Maybe
you
a
fancy,
pale
huh?
ale. I don't know.
You know, since there's so many like microbrews kind of popping up, you could essentially get a growler or something and kind of split it and see if it tastes any good.
Actually, it just reminded me of Top Cutter. What were they? What's their brand? What's their name? Company name? The mixed Top Cutter.
Bellbreaker?
Yeah, Bellbreaker. We went out to their
I still
their
haven't been there.
distillery,
Oh.
whatever.
I live by there. I'm like down the road.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm like a couple blocks away.
Yeah. Well, I went down there it was the Mayweather fight, versus Conor. Right. So we went there I went there with my parents, and we went there to stop to get a beer before we went to the house we were actually gonna watch the fight at.
Mm-hmm.
And my stepdad actually has he has 2 different growlers, and he goes and he gets it filled up there, and then they go over to the house and they start drinking. So I mean, that place was pretty freaking nice. If they had added food, if they started serving food at that little place, I think they'd be making lots of money. But apparently, you can take you can take food there. They have this section where you can just go outside and eat and stuff. And they have like these games set up, like cornhole. You guys heard of the game cornhole?
Yeah, they throw that sandbag.
The sandbag into the hole.
It's a hipster game, yeah.
Yeah.
offense,
And
hipsters.
apparently they do live music there sometimes.
I heard that sometimes they have like taco trucks and shit there.
Yeah, see that too. That's true. Yeah, they do. My mother told me the exact same thing.
Because like that sounds pretty legit. I've always like tried to like when you can get a legit taco, not like a gringo taco with
Where
like
they call,
yeah.
with
where they
ground
call them
beef.
street tacos.
Yeah,
I
where it's
hate
like
that so
ground
bad.
beef and like.
Can I get a street taco, please?
something like-
I mean, I'll take a street hot dog right about now.
You know what? From Seattle? Yes.
You know those hot dogs you get before you go into the stadium in Seattle?
Yeah.
Those big ass ones.
The
Oh,
Seattle dogs. I like that
Mhm.
one.
damn, dude,
Cream cheese and jalapeno.
I'm getting hungry now.
Oh,
I figured I didn't have dinner earlier because I figured like you guys are gonna come over, we're gonna do this little shindig, we're gonna drink a couple beers, and we're probably gonna get something to eat.
You get pretty pissed off, frustrated with all this stuff.
Oh, I know. Have we talked about that? How much of a fucking pain in the ass it was to get this whole thing started?
Should we briefly go into how much of a pain in the ass it was for us to start
Oh my
this?
god. Let's just say money was spent
Money was spent.
and mistakes happened.
Yeah, and like no research until we sat here and like, all right, does this stuff we expected? Well, at least I did. Everything to magically just start working as soon as you plug it in, but no, it involves a little bit of research.
You think it'd be a little simple, push the button, it works because of the technology we have nowadays. And well, Dave Vito had to stress his mind over there to get this shit to work, and fucking finally.
It's because all you fucking artists that use guitars and drums and shit, like, and need everything to have its own individual audio input. You guys fucked it up for me.
Yeah.
And us.
It's
Now we
working
figured it
now,
out.
though.
No.
Shit. That's
No.
impressive. I mean, finally got this podcastage going down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Been talked about for a couple months now. Maybe even longer than that. It's been mentioned before.
It's been mentioned. I've done, like I said, it's just kind of like, you just do it. I've done one podcast. I'm thinking, okay, so this one kicks off. I don't know how far we'll go, but we'll write it. And then I'm already in early stages of talking about another one, but I don't know if that one will actually go anywhere, so I don't want to start promising another cast, because
Well, the
I
more
just don't think
practice
it'll
you
work.
got, you know, the more you're involved in doing it, the better you're gonna get at it.
Yeah, but it's an online one, so it wouldn't be sitting down like we are. We're all in the same room for the no ones that are listening right now.
Yeah, for the people that may have gotten this far, we're all sitting next to each other, and damn, Wallo's looking pretty hot right now. Look at him. Look at him.
Dude, he's got the ultimate casual sweatpants.
He looks comfortable, man.
I know, it's
I'm
comfortable as
comfortable. You know, I got my haircut, and it's crazy because I actually went to a different person to get my haircut. I don't know if you've ever guys like had separate hair cutters. You know, people cutting your hairs.
Yeah, different preference, different ways they cut it.
I had one person cut my hair the last 3 years. I never did appointments or anything. I was always walking, and he'd always take me. And today I was like, my coworker, he cuts hair. He's a young kid, and that's right. And he goes, "Let me cut your hair, guy. Let me cut your hair, please." You know, he kept on bugging me about the last couple of weeks. And he's like one of those hip kids. I'm like, I'm not that hip. You know, I can't really rock a cool haircut like you guys do. I'm freaking 28 with gray hair and thinning hair, and you know.
Don't talk to me about thinning.
Well, but anyway, so I go to the kid, and it's in his garage, and it's one of those hour-long haircut sessions where he has to get it like perfectly right. You know,
Sounds
and
like Luis.
it's kind of like Luis.
Shout
I
out
was
to Luis.
actually talking to him about Luis, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I think I might have heard of him." But anyways, this guy was cheaper. He's $15, and he was pretty good. So I think I found my new barber, but
It's pretty good. So
it's kind of weird because I don't want to see my previous barber like in a store. I saw him at Target once, and I don't want to see him in a store and he sees me with a haircut because I usually get my haircut at least about twice a week, you know. And he's like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Where you been?"
Oh fuck!
You know, so I feel like that Seinfeld episode where he's like
Oh,
cheating.
Yeah,
I
I
know
know
you guys-
exactly which one you're talking about.
And I feel like my barber's gonna go off on me or something like that. My previous barber, and it's crazy, dude. I'm a little nerve wracked right now.
So let us see this haircut because you got the hat on. And,
Well, yeah, I quickly
took
took
a
a
shower,
shower,
though.
so I didn't really fix my hair up.
Ooh,
But
Oh.
it's I had that hat hair
I'm
already.
gonna give you the number to my barber because I don't know what you got going on.
But he gave me the skin cut. It feels so weird, and
Luis did
actually
that to
light
me.
me up. It feels weird, does it not?
Yeah, because I'm not that kind of. I even told him, and I'm pretty sure I felt the same way you did. Where it's like when he said that, I was like, I don't know if I can rock that. Like I was just like, that's for me. I was like, that's someone with a more full head of hair can make that look good. But
so to describe what we're looking at there, it was like a high and tight faux hawkish, long haired comb over
Well,
type
it's
thing.
a comb over. Yeah, my hair naturally goes to the side,
Yeah.
so yeah. I
it
comb
didn't
it
look
over.
bad.
it's like a Trump comb over.
Did you like the fact that he took an hour doing it? Did you want him to keep touching you longer, or?
You know, it was a different process, but you know, it's a good process. It's not like he was just taking his time on his phone or none. He was actually being really,
Yeah.
discreet with my hair. Like he really wanted me to have a nice haircut. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna make it look sick." Blah blah blah.
That's good.
Did he keep like up playing what he was doing while he was cutting your hair?
What's up?
Did he keep like saying stuff like that while he was cutting your hair? Like, oh, bro, if you can see this now,
But
I'm doing badass.
Yeah,
job.
he was kind of like that. He goes and he was like, "Oh, I've seen your hair, and I really wanted to cut it for a long time."
What?
And
That's weird.
it's crazy because I see him at work a lot, and
Okay.
he's a kid. He's still in school, and he was actually talking to me like a barber would talk to someone. So how's your day going, man? Oh man, that's great to
Well,
hear.
because he's on the other side now. You
Yeah,
were the
he-
one giving him customer service. Now he's got to give you customer
it's
service.
weird, like you could talk to me as a coworker. You're like friends, are like, hey, what's up, blah blah blah. This one's like, yo man, how you doing today, man? It's just like it was kind of a weird feeling. It's like he wasn't really he was being like more of a professional than a friend, I guess.
I see what you're saying. So, like, treating you more like a customer than, like, hey, man, how's it going? And I feel it sometimes that way with, like, Luis.
Uh-huh.
And I feel bad sometimes because, like, I call him just to set up hair appointments. I don't call him to hang out or anything like that. So,
Well, you hit him a couple of times, I think.
yeah, I do every now and then. But I remember once I called him and I was like, hey, Luis. And he was like, "Oh, dude, what's going on?" And like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I called him to set up a haircut appointment, but he sounds so hyped up that it's just kind of like,
Hey, you want to go to the
Yeah,
Oh, you want me to cut your hair?
yeah. So I felt kind of bad.
Yeah. You seen that new movie yet, though?
Yeah, so like, we just like yeah, and it's weird when I go and get a haircut and we have barber to customer talk instead of like having
like
more
a friend to friend
yeah.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so,
more professional.
I haven't actually talked to Luis in a while.
He's doing good. He's still a barber.
Last time I went to him,
Is he at a different shop now, though?
No, he's still here.
the one down the
Okay.
road from.
Yeah, it looked like it was
basically
closed
real
down
close.
because my mom works. I went to see my mom today at
Yeah,
her work.
so that one's he's still there.
You know what's crazy? My grandma used to own that building.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, she was a hair stylist.
Well, the why it looks closed is because the salon next door was closed.
Yeah.
But his shop is open. But it's almost like because there's no business at the salon and it's just a vacant room. It does seem like
The whole building.
that
yeah.
whole building is just like there's nothing going
Yeah,
on.
because I know it's two separate ones.
He should get like a
But
crazier neon sign
yeah, his
or
side,
something. 'Cause
his side was like dark.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like it was closed. Like his window, there's no lights.
yeah, he should probably do something to get a little more flash. But he does good. He does good with like customers that keep coming back, like me. Like
he's good.
yeah, and I like feel like he's a lot more old school, because every time I've gone in there, there's usually older people that really appreciate like his style of haircuts, and they're not playing that loud hippie music. So yeah.
Turn down that little yachty.
The hippie music.
That
Yeah,
mumble
because
rap.
if you go to
Like Fadeaholics or something like that.
yeah, they have the
You had those swag kids you see in the
Yeah.
mall.
Swag kids. Let's talk about swag kids
oh,
right
Jesus
now.
with their
I don't call them the swag. I call them the swag, and then the F word was the swag. It rhymes with it.
The swag
fuckers.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? I call them
gotcha.
that.
He's saying,
And you see them all the time in the mall or at the the movies. There's always one big crew, but if they're separated, they're like really kind. But when they're in the whole group, they're like, oh yeah, fuck this, fuck that. You know what I mean? They have like those weird haircuts, looking like Lonzo
Just
Ball now.
imagine another 10 years from now and how much weirder those fag.
Well, he
Not that there's
just-
anything
oh,
wrong
you
with
said
that.
I said fag instead
I
of
want to
swag.
say I want to say even gay people would probably
Oh,
say
I-
swag fag.
I think they do too. I was
So.
like, man, those guys are gay.
Those
I've always
swag.
I've always joked that there was a gay guy that worked at McDonald's with us.
I remember him.
You know what I'm
he
talking
was
about.
he was funny as hell though.
I felt like he was too much of a diva, but
He was
he was kind of
he
rude, but he was kind of cool if you were cool with him.
I liked working with him because he was like gay and he didn't like care.
Yeah, he would dress
So-
up for Halloween,
He was always dressed up.
like as a drag.
Oh,
He actually
I
went
don't
full
know.
drag.
But I just remember because like he didn't care. Like he was openly gay and he didn't care. So it just made for me it was more fun because he was who he was and he he wasn't hiding it. But yeah, he would also say some of the most like just funny shit because of the fact that he was gay. Just like hearing it from him was just kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I remember like me and a few other coworkers, and we would do like the craziest stuff. And I remember one time he was like, "Man, you guys are gay."
Yeah.
He goes, he gave us like the dirtiest looks. Like, man, you guys are so gay. I was like, what the hell?
Probably coming from him, you probably were kind of hurt by that a little bit. Like,
I thought it was hilarious. I was like, man,
Nah.
we're gayer than this gay guy.
I forgot his name, but yeah, he was actually pretty funny. I actually didn't mind working with him
Yeah.
because like every day was just kind of funny with him. So
Oh yeah.
he was a smart ass kind of too. But that was fun. McDonald's those days.
It's good times.
I only worked there 3 months. It was kind of fun.
I was there about 6 years.
6 years.
You learn more
so
than
much.
you learn more. I mean, it's not a career job unless you're like a McLifer, because you actually can go to college called Hamburger University.
I'm just checking the time here.
No,
yeah.
how long has this podcast been going on for?
I'm not sure.
I want to say at least 25 minutes.
At least? No, at least, yes. I'm looking at like the seconds count, and it's like it's doing it by like
Military time?
like 919 seconds have gone by. So
Oh
whatever the
god,
fuck
this
that
must
is.
be like a 1999 app that we're using.
Good lord.
So yeah, I got to tweak all this stuff to figure out exactly what we're doing. So I mean, if you take that, I suck at math like horribly.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do.
How
That-
bad? No,
Oh fuck. Bad enough to I don't know. So we're according to, if this is correct, at 90 something seconds we've done 15 minutes.
oh god,
15 minutes.
But that seems like almost
an
We've done
hour. I
more.
felt like an hour, honestly.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't make the first one too long,
Well, this is just a trial.
you know?
well, we can probably upload some of it as soon as we come up with a name.
Or it could just be called Unknown.
There's some unknown podcasts already. They're mystery, and I usually listen to them before I go to sleep because I like scary shit before I go to sleep.
Talk about scary shit?
Yeah, and you listen to scary apps or scary stories, and they all sound fucking dumb until you're ready to go to sleep. So I shut off my phone. I'm like, oh, that story sucked. So I shut off my phone and I charge it. My room is dark, and then next thing I know, I'm like, oh, that
What if
last
it is
story
real?
was actually pretty intense.
You know,
And
I could see a life with Bigfoots running around.
So yeah, it was pretty fun. But no, I like listening to those.
Let's get 311.
311, the band.
If you consistently fart for 6 years and 9 months,
Jesus.
enough gas is produced to create the energy of an atomic bomb. So you yourself can become an A-bomb.
I've passed gas before coming
What about
here.
cows?
I passed gas.
Dude, cows, bro.
Because cows emit a lot of stinky gas.
I'm assuming you had to contain all your farts. And cows, so farts are just in the air and the wind,
I feel like cows are used for bombs. They test out the bombs on cows. Or the cows are the test, that's where they base their juices of, bomb stuff. That goes inside the bombs.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's called. The chemicals.
I don't know.
Whatever they use to make bombs. I don't know how.
I don't know. Either.
Cows.
The top 6 foods that make you fart are beans,
Oh, surprise there.
corn, bell peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, and milk.
For me, it's water.
And,
What?
can you fart
It's
from water?
I swear I get it from water and I get it from ice cream. I think dairy, in general for me. It's like cheese. I don't drink a lot of milk, so
Well, dairy, that means you're lactose
I
intolerant.
probably am, but I don't care because I still like ice cream, yogurt. I'm about that
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out how long we've been recording for.
Oh, well,
So-
I've been personally playing. Let's talk about some video games, yeah, guys.
all right.
So I'm on my 3rd beer, by the way.
I kind of want another one.
Oh, here you go, man. I got you.
So
Jesus Christ.
Why say kinda when you could just say...
So I rented that
Altogether.
since we're talking about video games. I rented that WWE 2K18
Nice.
at the Red Box. It looks so badass. I think
You said
graphics.
looks, graphics.
the graphics, they look really good. The camera angles are way better, especially in the entrances, where they have Finn Balor climbing up the steps.
Ooh.
The camera actually cuts up to him, so you get that TV feel vibe. And I was looking at the superstars. They're supposed to be the biggest class of superstars, and I was checking to see who had the highest ratings in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you guys a guess. Who do you think was the highest rating?
Like
John
overall?
Cena.
He's been the highest rated, tied with Brock Lesnar, and he still
Then
is. But
it has to be Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
Who's
Dwayne
someone
The Rock
getting
Johnson.
pushed hard?
Oh, the guy
we're
that-
talking about
The
current
guy
time?
that just beat John Cena not too long
No.
ago?
No. This is John Cena already passed the torch.
He said he was passing the yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
Basically.
he's basically doing that now.
So not that guy?
It's not John Cena.
It's not
It's-
Batista.
He's no.
Batista's done altogether.
Well, he's on there though.
Yeah, he is.
No shit.
I think they only have him because of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
definitely.
he's so fucking hilarious in that movie.
He was, especially the second one.
I love it, yeah.
I watched the beginning of the second one, and I really need to watch the entire movie.
It's good, dude. It's funny.
But,
like, I swear, he's the funniest one, dude, honestly.
Yeah, the reason why he doesn't wear shirts, and the girl with the
His
tentacles,
nipples, right?
and then the girl with the tentacles,
Oh, yeah.
she likes him.
That shit's hilarious, man.
It's
I
a
can't wait
funny
for another
movie.
one.
Watch it. But anyways, the highest rated was Roman Reigns,
I didn't want to say it.
who
but,
got 95
What?
overall. 95 overall.
Who is this
Dude,
man?
how is
Roman
he?
Reigns.
He's a cunt.
Never heard of him. Well, I don't watch Don't Fall.
But he's number one, and then I think John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
I want to say
R93.
Roman Reigns is wrongly number one because he fell to an illness.
Do you know he's like he's
So-
high? He's like number 5 overall in the world. I think they did the list of the best wrestlers in the world, and he's at least in the top 10, if not top 5 for sure. But he's up there. He's not number 1 or anything, but he's up there in the world rankings of professional wrestlers. He's up there. He's really high. This is not a WWE thing.
I give him entertainer,
Well, yeah,
Ah,
that's what
okay.
WWE is. Their entertainment.
but as far as wrestling, there's so much fucking talent in Japan. Why the fuck would Roman be?
Well, they have
top
Japan.
five?
Japan. I think Okada is number 1.
Oh, he
I'm
has
pretty
to be.
sure he is number 1.
Well, you know what? I would much rather say Kenny is number one over Okada because he puts together good. Oh, but yeah, that's different though because there's guys that can put together really good matches. Like, remember the when we saw the Goldust with that other guy tag team against what's his face?
Oh yeah.
That was one of my favorite matches of the night because I felt like the pacing of all that was perfect, and that's something that only someone with the experience of Goldust could influence. So Okada can probably put together something really good because the guy has years of experience to where Kenny is peaking, but once Kenny gets older, I feel like he'll be able to control a pace. Like, even though it can be slower, the storytelling in the ring would be probably a lot more fluent.
Oh yes.
We're drifting off the WWE 2K18
I was.
but yeah.
Well, what I was gonna go into next was I was surprised that Seth Rollins, the cover athlete, wasn't the number 1. I mean, they have him at 92, I think.
That's
So he's
pretty
like
high.
top 5 in the game. Usually your cover art is like the highest
One
one.
of
You
the top
know,
guys, yeah.
at
what
least
a-
the top 1, 2, 3 guys. But he was like the 5th one.
What about Dean?
Dean, I believe he was at 89 or 90.
Oh, that's
which
rough.
seems about right for him.
No, it does, yeah.
I think so. I'm not a big Dean fan.
I
I think
didn't.
it's a lunatic fringe thing.
Well,
though.
okay, I don't mind Dean. My problem with him was they handed down the torch. McFoley handed the torch to him, saying,
He's
"All
not
right,
a psycho.
you're now the new hardcore guy."
Yeah, he hasn't done no hardcore things.
Hardcore in the PG era is like non-existent.
Unless you're Shane McMahon.
Shane
Jumping
is,
off the
he's
steel
probably the
cage.
hardcorest guy. Yeah, I'd give Shane. Shane is more of the fucking
More Foley than anything.
Yeah,
Out of everybody, he's like the most Foley-ish. Which is weird to say because he's not even a
Well,
wrestler.
yeah, but since he's not putting in as much work during the year, he can take those bumps, and it's not going to take a toll on him because he's only doing it like once or twice a year, Mania and Hell in a Cell.
But yeah, so that's the latest game I played. I played NBA 2K18. I have that. It's not too bad.
You were talking shit about the NBA games, and then you turn around and get one.
No. It was the Madden.
Was it Madden?
Yeah, it was Madden. Had all the glitches, and I ended up returning it. Thank you, Costco.
Mm.
You guys are badass because you could return
I
anything.
still have last year's Madden, not this one though.
You know, if you got like a PlayStation like 4 months ago and you played it, nothing's wrong with it, but you decide you want to go for Xbox, you can return.
You can still return it.
You can return it. No questions asked.
So, what, you were talking about the new Madden?
Yeah, I played the new Madden. Yeah,
It's kind of hard.
it was so glitchy.
Was it glitchy for you?
For me, it was really glitchy.
Online,
I played like
you were
the
playing?
first. I didn't play online. I played regular game, and
Yeah, I was playing against Ryan, and I was getting my ass kicked. It's such a different game.
it's so more.
You have more
it's so
control
Cool.
and stuff. It's like there's so many different things you can do on that game with your guys and your pass plays and everything. I was throwing interceptions every time.
Yeah, it's tough. It's pretty tough.
So it was glitchy for you. You returned it.
I returned it like after a week, and Costco took it. And they're like, cool. But yeah, that's the games I've been playing.
Sports.
What about you guys?
I was stuck on this MMORPG called Black Desert Online,
Oh, you're still playing that?
and no, not anymore. I quit.
Oh, okay.
I quit playing it. I mean, it had my attention for a good while. Like it was worth like the time I put into it, and,
Right.
and shit like that. But right now, I'm just playing. I play strictly PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, dude. You know that game now has 2 million concurrent players.
They were kind of hit a little bit when Fortnite announced their battle kind of mode.
Yeah, because it's free too.
Yep. And I played it, and you know what? It is fun as fuck for someone who doesn't want to pay the money for Battlegrounds.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Like it's up there with the battle royale type games
Yeah.
because there's not that many to begin with. But you got H1Z1, you got PUBG, you have now Fortnite, and you had a royale game that was from like Arma 3 or some bullshit like that. Like it was, but I think it may have been like a mod or something. But yeah. So I've been playing a ton of PUBG, and the game, I don't know, man. I like the competitiveness. I like fucking killing people, and I just get glued to it.
I like that there's vehicles. That's what's missing in Fortnite. Fortnite was fun, and the whole crafting element that adds definitely a new dynamic, especially since you can like break down any cover just about that people go behind.
Yep. You build and the thing is, like, I've played the game a couple times, but I've only played it just to grab the guns and shoot people. I have not messed around with building the shit because it's an aspect that I didn't really want to deal with. And then now I'm seeing people play the game like on streams and stuff, and they're just fucking quick with it. They're just building these things so intricate and so fast around themselves. You know.
Yeah.
It's such a different aspect of a game I've never seen before. That it's a little overwhelming for me.
Oh
for
yeah,
myself.
definitely. Because it takes the PUBG deal, and you're like, all right, I've played something like this before, and I can kind of get the hang of it. But the thing is, when people are changing the map, yeah, it's different. Then you have the assholes that'll like get a sniper rifle, kind of work their way to the middle, and just build this big fort, and they'll kind of hang out there and start sniping. Also, I feel like I die quicker in Fortnite than I did in PUBG. I don't know. You played both.
Yeah, well, you gotta think about the map sizes. The Fortnite's so small, and you have 100 players on it, and on PUBG the map is like 2 or 3 times bigger than that, and you have 100 players.
That's another thing is as much fun as I had playing Fortnite, the repetitiveness of like just going to the same area, running into the same kind of buildings so frequently it's almost like I know it's different every time you play, but it almost feels like the same thing because the map's smaller. So it's like I don't know. I remember like, okay, I've seen this building like the past 5 times I played, kind of deal. So that's kind of not as fun too.
Yeah, well, I'm still looking forward to Destiny to come out on PC.
I tried it's not out just yet on PC.
But what's it called? David Brinkman was telling me that it looks like they had Destiny 1 and they added microtransactions to their microtransactions. That's what he said. I'm like, oh, god damn it. But then again, I'm like, every time I've ever talked to him about another game, he's just never liked anything other than what he likes.
Yeah, I was going to kind of say that, even though he won't listen to this.
He might. He might.
That
He might.
motherfucker.
I mean, I haven't told him that we were making this, but I did tell one of his friends. I was like, you should listen to it, give me some criticism. And I'm pretty sure that David Brinkman will see it come across.
If Brinkman's listening to this, hey, listen here, asshole.
Yeah.
I asked you a question on Snapchat as if you were still dabbing around in music, and you dodged it.
Damn.
And you sent a picture of a baseball to your story. Don't ever ignore my snaps ever again.
Dude, you know what he is? He's a slippery snake.
That reminds me, I didn't ask Miguel. I was going to ask Miguel if he still messes around with music. I know he doesn't, but...
He's a daddy, bro. It's like fucking... He's full-time fucking hardcore daddy mode right now. After like the first year or something, you end up finding the ways to have time for yourself and shit, you know?
True that.
That's why I don't have kids.
You don't have kids because your dick's small, dude. Let's be honest here. He did not deny it, people. He did not deny it.
Most people that are angry have small dicks, so I learned that from South Park.
That's true.
Back to gaming. Warframe came out with an update.
Oh, that game's still going hot.
And it's such a new... Dude, I made an account with Warframe 4 years ago, and I just found that out recently because I just tried playing it again.
Dude, we played it. I remember playing it with you a long time ago.
That was when. And the game's totally different, dude. It's completely different. So different. It's fucking nice, dude. It looks nice.
I know it's out on PS4 now. It's free to play.
The co-op's not bad.
Oh, it's co-op.
Yeah, the co-op's fucking awesome. There's also a multiplayer, like... I think they just added a bunch of this stuff too. Not sure what exactly they added, but there's a lot of new stuff. I know that for sure, and it's pretty sick. I want to play it more, but Destiny's gonna come out and like control my life. So
I'm kind of looking forward to that Call of Duty one, that new one. What is it, World War II?
Yeah. I don't know when that's being released.
I believe it's on the 6th of next month, so within like 2-3 weeks.
I felt like it was already out.
It's usually November.
There was a pre-release or whatever the hell.
Oh, the beta?
Yeah, that was out for a while. But all the streamers were playing it and shit. But I don't think it's released yet. I can look it up though.
Yeah, it's released on the 6th. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I've been playing is Rocket League. I'm still one of those guys.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, and I never really not liked it. Like, I'll play some music, and then I'll just play Rocket League. And I'll be like in party chat. And then I've bought the South Park game. And if you like the cartoon, then you like the game.
Was it good or what?
It's turn based, so it's kind of one of those, you attack, then other guy attacks.
Have you played the first one, The Stick of Truth?
No, but I got it downloaded.
It comes with it, right?
Yep. I bought the gold edition, so I got or the steel box, so I got the steel box, Stick of Truth, the Towley update, which I thought came with the game, but I guess the Towley deal won't be out till the 27th or something like that. And I think he I don't know exactly what he's gonna do, but it sounds like he's gonna help you out as tips. Don't forget to bring a towel. But it just sounds like, to me, the way I kind of interpreted was tips like when Microsoft had the little staple.
Yeah,
or the paper clip.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be like that. If, it's just going to be Towley coming in every now and then and giving you, tips. Which sounds like a really great idea, but it's just why the fuck isn't it ready to go with the game?
I did play the first one, Stick of Truth, and basically sounds like it's the same thing.
Yeah, a little different with the mechanics of attacking and stuff.
The game is so visual. They stuck to the South Park universe. Matt and Trey Parker obviously had something to do with this.
Yeah.
It's everything that you know about South Park is in the Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
At least for that game. I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure it's the same for the new one.
Yeah, and it feels like almost you're playing out an episode. They do such a good job of... And what I hate is that they have cutscenes, quick action. So, when something's going on, they might give you a prompt to push, a button.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated that because, I wanted to sit back and watch this cutscene unfold because it almost feels like I'm watching an episode. So it's pretty fun so far. I'm liking it. So that's pretty good. As far as anything else that's been released that I'm looking forward to playing, I don't think there's too much. I'm kind of I'm trying not to get too hyped for games nowadays.
There's nothing. The only thing I care about is Destiny, really. Anyways, Call of Duty World War II comes out November 3rd.
Oh, 3rd.
But yeah, I'm not really hyped about much games.
I am hyped as fuck about Rockstar's Red Dead. Once the trailers were out, I've always been a Western fan, and Red Dead Redemption, which is right up there, that is my copy. That game is so fucking legit. I don't know.
I liked it, but they needed to make cars.
The one thing I didn't like was how much space there was in between town.
I hated.
And then the whole part of the game where you're in Mexico was kind of boring. It's you're out of the country, and I thought it'd be kind of exciting, but it wasn't. It was probably the most boring part of the game was when John Marston finally went down to Mexico for a part of it.
I'm the type who hates driving from like one stop to another, like the GTA's. To do missions, you have to go all the way clear across the country to get to that one specific mission, only to go all the way back. So when I played Red Dead Redemption, your travel is by horse.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking slow.
I think you can fast travel.
You can fast travel, but like you have to first take over that spot before you can fast travel to that spot.
You would not like playing
Discovery.
BDO then. It's a MMO, so it's got a big ass world. It's fucking huge, and the way of travel is by horse.
I hate it.
And you're literally to get to one place to another place. It could take you like 10, 15 minutes to get.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That's how that game was.
I can't even stand like Grand Theft Auto. Like I said, I'll wreck the car. I'll just go fast. I'll pass all the red lights. I won't even try to drive perfect like some people do. I don't know if you guys do that, but I'll just race to one end to the other.
I don't drive perfect. I mean,
I
unless
hate
it's
it.
like RP, like I don't know. Have you seen people play role playing on Grand Theft Auto?
I've seen videos and it's crazy.
Have you seen Sheriff Eli?
No.
The guy's fucking beast.
Is he one of those guys that memorized like the bus routes?
No, he's like a retired or he is a still working cop, and he plays a cop like a sheriff in the game, and he pulls people over and everything, and it's a role playing server that they play on. And holy shit!
I thought about doing that for Arma, Altus Life.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard that.
Yeah, where you can go into a server and there's cops and stuff like that, and there's monitors, and you can go to jail in that game, like by other people playing it. So if you go in there and you want to be a robber or something like that, you can be a robber, but just don't get caught. Like that's the only trick is don't get caught. Because if someone's playing a cop and they see you, they can arrest you and put you in jail for like 6 minutes or whatever. And they also take that shit pretty serious. Like if you're just playing around or if you quit, they will ban you from the server. But that's shit in Altus Life. I thought about getting into that.
Altus Life. So I just got messaged by some guys that I play PUBG with. They're like, "Oh, you on? Two of them hit me up right now." And it just felt so funny and kind of cool. Just like recording a podcast right now, guys. So I'm like, well, fuck off, okay? Like I'm recording a podcast, you know.
We're podcasting here.
I'm podcast recording, dudes. Fuck off. It felt so good. But you know what? So let's talk about this podcast thing we got going on. So basically, let's give you a little background, or in between ground. We all went to high school together. We all knew each other. We didn't really hang out too often. We became better friends after high school, and we decided, at a night of drinking at a bar, that we should just fucking record our conversations and do a little podcast here. So that's what we're doing. And I mean, I'm still drinking while we're doing this. So I mean, that's a goal for me. If I can hang out and sit with my buddies and just have some beers,
maybe some Buffalo Wild Wings.
I mean, some foods, later on. But yeah. So basically, we want to do a little podcast. I think it'd be fun. Anybody out there wanting to listen to our shenanigans? We're not really talking about anything specific at the moment.
Or have suggestions of what to talk about. Yeah. Like movies, we're open to everything.
Yep, anything. If anybody has suggestions about what they like to hear on our podcast, we have no name for it at all.
Just yet.
Or we don't have no platform either, so you can't really follow us.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, we have no platform just yet, and we don't even know if this will make the cut, but it's good practice for us, that's for sure. Shit, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we want to keep dragging this, beating this dead horse, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Or shall we, what do you guys want to do?
I think we should rap and then sit in silence.
Let's pray. You guys want to pray?
We can pray.
Sorry for all you guys who love religion. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but we can still pray, can't we?
We can pray.
Yeah,
Are you serious about this praying?
No.
Okay.
I was going to say more stuff, but I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm a heathen. So.
Let me just tuck in my cross chain.
Yes.
All right.
Well, let's see what we got here, boys. We'll see what we got. We'll re-listen to it at some point. Something I think, then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, I think we should all come up with a
catchy sign off.
I have one in mind right now.
What do you got?
Christ. All right.
It's gonna be very, very original. Here it goes.
If you say Lalo out, I swear.
Here we go. Fuck you, San Diego.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh wow, wow! Somebody has some salt in their mouth.
That's from Anchorman.
Oh yeah. Hey, Santiago.
I think it's called Santiago.
Oh, Wells. What is it called? Wells vagina.
It means an old wooden sunken ship.
All right. Well,
All right.
I'm signing out. How you guys?
Yeah, take it easy.
Seacrest out.
Yeah.
Jesus, what did I say?
That was